No doubt this creature must have been feeling a little tired and uncomfortable when it wound up trapped in the sewage pipe. Luckily, a kind human came to its rescue. But while the rescuer was being a hero, there was movement behind him, and the figure spotted in the background was displaying an all-too-human emotion. East Sussex Wildlife Rescue and Ambulance Service (WRAS) is a voluntary organization based in southeast England. They respond to emergency calls from the public and other animal welfare groups offering aid to wild animals that would otherwise have to fend for themselves. The East Sussex WRAS is a free service to call and utilize. It stays in business through generous donations. Their rescue hotlines can receive up to 3,000 calls a year, and they can respond as advisors to a situation as well as take decisive action when needed. This particular incident occurred on an early afternoon on May 10, 2016. The charity got a call to Cooden Beach, Bexhill, after locals spotted an animal stuck in a cul-de-sac drain. The creature had apparently been seen prowling around the night before, and it must have somehow got lost in all the excitement of urban exploration. 3 members of the East Sussex WRAS attended the scene: Rescue Manager Chris Reddington, Senior Rescuer Tony Needs, and WRAS founder Trevor Weeks. Incidentally, in 2012, the Prince of Wales awarded Weeks with the Medal of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire for his charity work. The team got lucky when they found out the animal trapped in their drain was a baby fox. They tried to help it escape the pipes, but it was clear that this needed some more advanced assistance. We used a mobile phone to film inside the pipes, as well as drainage rods, hose pipe, and insulation for the pipes to try checking the pipes and potentially push the cub to the drain entrance 2.5 feet underground. We didn't want to give up, and we knew that if the cub was left, it would die, Reddington said in a Facebook post. After spending 90 minutes trying to get to the cub, we came to realize we had no choice but to play the waiting game. It is common for cubs to make their way back to where the entrance they came in from. So we decided to back off, take a break, and then try again, Weeks added. On our return to Cooden Beach, a couple of hours later, I laid on the ground with my arm down the hole. Suddenly, I could feel the cub touching my hand. Twice he reversed into my hand, but not far enough for me to grab hold, Weeks continued. While they worked, the team noticed that they had a surprising spectator. The cub's mother had been lurking in a nearby garden watching the WRAS team trying to save her baby. Foxes are generally nocturnal in urban areas, and seeing one in broad daylight doesn't happen often. Strangely, she made no move to interfere with the rescue.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
When a baby fox is born, it stays in its den until it turns 2 or 3 weeks old. Its mother is the one taking care of the baby and protecting him from danger. Mommy fox then keeps the cubs warm, since their tiny bodies can't keep their own temperatures stable. Cubs become self-sufficient in around 8 to 10 months, but until that time, their mother stays close to her babies and is very protective over the cubs. Indeed, foxes make dedicated and loving parents, and they have even been known to fight off small dogs in defense of their offspring. As this mother vixen looked on, then Weeks finally managed to catch the baby by his tail and carefully pulled him out of the pipe. Unfortunately, the cub was soaking wet and filthy from sewage, and the team lacked what they needed on site to help it. So, they wrapped it up in a towel and took it to the WRAS headquarters for a clean. Reddington thinks Mommy Fox knew WRAS had good intentions. We were amazed that the vixen turned up whilst we were trying to find a cub, and it was almost as if she knew we were trying to rescue her cub, he said. After a couple of hours, the cub was cleaned up and ready to be released back into the wild. WRAS took it back to where they had found it, hoping the mother would still be nearby. And much to the amazement of the rescue team, Mommy had waited patiently for her baby to return and appeared minutes after the team arrived. WRAS had brought the cub back in a pet carrier, which they left open, so Mom could be reunited with her baby as soon as he saw her. The fluffy little fox met Mommy at the bars as she carefully sniffed her way around the carrier to make sure the kit was all right. The cub was quickly out of the door for his reunion with Mama, but luckily he managed to keep a hold of himself. Mama herded him safely over to the bush where they could be reunited. It's easy to see how the kit got trapped in the sewer pipe. He's a bit of a paw full, and even after his rescue, he's a little explorer. Certainly, despite the mommy's best efforts, the baby headed back further into the garden and dashed off to investigate the bushes. Mom had it covered though, and patiently waited for her tiny tearaway to finish his exploration before they both ran away into the distance. The reunion was as touching to experience as it was to watch. It was unbelievably emotional for all of us, Readington said. But this wasn't the first or even the second fox rescue of their week. This is the third technical rescue of a fox cub in 3 days, Week said. The last 2 rescuers were really not sure whether we would be successful. So that both of these cubs were returned to their family is wonderful. We know it can be tough and even stressful, but in the end, it's worth the work. I hope you like this video. Please share it, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.